developed the first picture, it was so magical. You know, you have a tray and the picture is on the tray developing, and then you suddenly see the image appearing on the paper, and it, being a 9-year-old kid, it was very magical to me. And the thing is, it has never lost that magic for me. Even today that I'm 70 years old, every time I create a picture, I really enjoy it. And that magic comes back to me. The darkroom process is when you take the film out from the camera. Of course, you have either a backing that protects the film from getting exposed to more light, or it is in a canister.
You definitely start off with a reel and a tank.
You put it on a reel.
Feed the film directly into this clip right here.
And then you put it in a developing tank.
When you actually are adding chemistry, you'll open that. Notice that you can't see directly in, but chemistry can actually still flow in.
And you add the chemicals to it at a certain temperature.
Goes chemical, 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 stick it in water.
And a certain amount of time, and you change the chemicals until the film is developed.
Just sticking it in one chemical after the other and working, like, you know, one of them develops it, one of them stops the process.
It's that culprit of the photo lab smell when you first walk into a black and white chemistry lab. When you smell a really pungent odor, it's most likely going to be your stop bath.
When it's totally developed, you fix the film, and then you can turn on the lights.
Get to open up the film, see the fruits of your labor. You'll pop it open. Oh my gosh!
And see your film. And then you hang the film to dry.
And then that is, in theory, how you would quickly develop a roll of film by hand.
Well, in photography, there's two areas of photography. It's the art of photography and it's the business of photography.
I feel like you have a better understanding of knowing how to work with digital photography if you work with film first.
A lot of people in the business are using digital photography these days, but the art of photography is still, I believe it's alive, and people like to do photography on film.
It's more of just like you really learn every bit about the camera and the process and all the chemicals and all the developing tools. And then when you switch over to digital in Photoshop, all those tools are still the same, but you understand what they mean and what they do.
But as gradually films became more popular and photographers did not do much planning, they went into the direction of taking a lot of pictures and until they get a good one, you know. And 35 millimeter film really was the point that a lot of photographers started taking more pictures rather than paying attention to composition and making really good photographs.
Definitely, it's very different now. It's a lot of people working in Photoshop. There's a lot of different ways where it's just quite easy to, you know, move someone's face in one picture or add on to the picture versus in film. It's very difficult to do that, and it takes a lot of work and a lot of practice to be able to manipulate photographs.
But film, you know, it's so unique because it's so time consuming, it's so intense, it's so fleeting in a different way. But with the digital, you know, you don't really need the technical know-how, but it can be just as fleeting from a magnet, you know, or from I dropped the memory card and it's broken forever. And there's all my, you know, there goes thousands and thousands and thousands of images.
I feel like there's a romantic quality between the photographer and the camera when you're working with film photography. It's always hands-on. You're always kind of working with one thing or another. If you mess up on something, you have to go back and start over from the beginning.
Honestly, I really find it to be a personal mode of expression, a way for me to personally connect with actual light. It's not some digital sensor, translating the photons of light into zeros and ones. It's actual physical things that you can touch, you can experience. You have to work for them. Film photography is a labor of love.
For work purposes, I prefer digital, but forever I'm still gonna love film photography. It's just so much more relaxing and so much more fun to work with.
I think it has its own place, and it will, the same way that photography did not kill painting, digital is not going to kill film photography either. I think it has a place, it has developed a place for itself in the field of arts, and it will remain that way and will continue. Fewer people would do it, so it becomes more precious and more valuable. It's a shot in the dark.